Think about the way you speak to yourself when you make a mistake. If a friend constantly pointed out your flaws with that exact same tone, would you still be friends with them? There is a story about a talented weaver who, convinced her work was ugly, systematically unraveled her own tapestries before anyone could see them. Her struggle mirrors the story of Jake, a man whose life was ruined when he gave in to a single greedy thought and stole 3 heavy bags he believed were filled with gold, only to find they held worthless stones. Hidden among those stones was a note from the king, who had been looking for an honest heir. Because Jake followed that one impulse, he lost a kingdom. External obstacles are secondary to the state of your mind. As the stories show, our own negative thoughts can do more damage than any external enemy. We are going to spend the next 5 minutes constructing a physical positivity blueprint. This blueprint is a step-by-step framework designed to audit your inner critic and replace rogue impulses with deliberate focus. To complete this exercise, you will need a notebook or a digital notes app, a pen, and 5 minutes of uninterrupted silence. Gathering these tools allows you to capture fleeting thoughts and turn them into a clear reference point for mental discipline. Step 1 is isolating the weed. Negative thoughts thrive in the subconscious, so we must first move them into the physical world where they can be examined. Write down one specific recurring negative thought or greedy impulse that has occupied your mind today. As you look at the words, do not judge yourself. View this written thought as raw data rather than a personal failure. Jake's downfall happened because he let a rogue thought multiply in the silence of his head. He never stopped to isolate that thought and look at it objectively. Putting the thought on paper strips away its emotional weight, making it easier to evaluate logically. Next is the Weaver's Mirror Check. This is a simple test to evaluate if a thought is actually useful or merely destructive. Read your sentence aloud. Now ask yourself, would you allow a friend to speak to themselves in that exact way? If the answer is no, take your pen and draw a single, deliberate line through the sentence to reject it. This physical strike proves that self-compassion is a practical discipline, requiring you to actively choose what stays in your mind and what is discarded. In step 3, we plant the seed. An empty space in the mind is quickly reclaimed by old patterns, so we must fill that gap with a new, deliberate direction. Beneath the crossed-out thought, write a positive, honest reframe that focuses on what you can do. Ensure this new sentence describes a concrete action. A vague statement like, "I will be happy," is difficult to follow. A phrase like, "I will learn," gives your mind a specific instruction. Planting a specific seed ensures your internal dialogue is directed towards peace and honesty, preventing self-sabotage. Step 4 is mapping the ripple effect. Every physical result in your life starts as a sequence that begins with a single thought. To see how this works, draw 3 arrows next to your seed. In the first box, write an exact word you will speak today. In the second, write a specific action you will take. Label the final arrow with the long-term habit this builds. This progression shows how a mental desire is linked to a sequence of physical results, turning abstract intentions into a visible plan. Look at the blueprint you've just created. You have moved from a passive reaction to your thoughts to an active system for managing them. Remember the king's note in Jake's story. He lost his inheritance because he lacked the mental control you just practiced. Do not let your mind trick you into running toward worthless stones when you have the potential for something much greater. Keep this physical blueprint where you can see it. It serves as a daily reminder to choose discipline over impulse. If you value choosing purpose over noise, please like this video and subscribe to Silence That Strengthens. Be patient, be thankful, and keep moving forward.